this community post, Everett asked whether or not you can have a master Airtable base and have that two-way syncing with other child databases. And the answer is yes. So I wanted to A, show you that it can be done, and then B, show you step-by-step how you can do this. Imagine you have a company and you have a set of tasks that you're working on, and maybe you're working with 3 different clients here, Joe's Pool, Refinery, and Coca-Cola. And what you can do is create this master Airtable that has everything just for you, and then these child Airtable bases that just have your client's info. When you have this set up correctly with a two-way sync, if I give this Airtable to Joe's Pool, they can go ahead and update to, let's say, done here. And this update will sync across from Joe's Pool's Airtable base into the master. And we can do the same thing the other way. So while that's syncing, let's do this one. Let's create a new task, like new Joe's task, right? And we'll assign this to Joe, and we'll make this a to-do. And there's Joe's task, just got created. And if we refresh the master here, we'll see that this update Webflow homepage for Joe is done. And that's sort of the beauty of this. You have a two-way sync where only Joe's Pool's records are syncing across and not Coca-Cola or Refinery. The way to set this up is using a tool called WhaleSync. So WhaleSync, this is our tool, lets you two-way sync different Airtable bases together, amongst other things. And what's happening here is I've set up a master base that is two-way syncing with a Joe's Pool base with a filter that says only sync records where client is equal to Joe's Pool, right? I've done the same thing for this Refinery one, and together we can set up a third one for the Coca-Cola base. So let's go ahead and do it. In WhaleSync, basically what I can do is hit create new sync. So here we're gonna map the things we wanna keep in sync. So essentially we're saying we want to keep this tasks table in our master Airtable base in sync with the tasks table in this Coca-Cola one. So in WhaleSync, we'll just go ahead and create the table mapping of maps to maps. Same idea for auto mapping fields. We want to basically have this tasks field sync with this tasks field, right? And same for status and client. So we can do the same thing over in WhaleSync, map those two, set them all to two-way sync direction. Now, the last and most important piece is going to filters. So we want to create a filter where we only sync data where the client is. And in our database, we call the client Coca-Cola. So if we go ahead and save this and pop it into there, we've now set up a filter correctly. So we're going to two-way sync this with that filter. This all looks good. Let's save and exit. We'll now just prepare an initial sync. So WhaleSync will scan the data, see what it finds in each of these apps. It's going to find 4 records in this master base, but exclude 3 of them because of the filter. That looks awesome. We can continue. No need to match any records because this is a new sync. And we'll see a little preview here where WhaleSync is going to say, hey, we're just going to create this one new task in the Coca-Cola base. That looks good. Let's go ahead and turn it on. So once we turn this on, an initial sync will run, and basically WhaleSync will create that first record. So it looks like it did it. Amazing. If we pop on over, now we've got our sync. And again, because we set up that filter, it is only syncing Coca-Cola into this base. If we go to Refinery, it's only syncing the Refinery one into there. But if I go ahead and create any records on either side, the sync will handle it just the way we would want.